All right. Good evening, everybody. It is Thursday, December 18th, 2025, and I am joined tonight, as usual, by usual co host Sean as we preview OU's big, colossal matchup against the Alabama Crimson Tide. The stage is set, guys, for tomorrow night. OU and Alabama open up the college football playoff. They are the first game of the first round and the only night game as well. And if you haven't seen it all, they're going all out, guys. Friday night lights, college game day is going to be there. Norman has shut down pretty much everything as they would for a normal game day, and even more so. We're going to have a Walk of Champions flyover. They're wind pending, going to parachute down and drop off the game ball. Like, they're doing everything for this game. And it's Sean, honestly, is feeling a lot like Notre Dame 2012, like with how much OU
don't say that.
With a different
the end result wasn't great. Don't say that.
Right, but I'm talking about like the hype around it. Like, it's been a hot minute since OU has had something this big for it. Okay. And boy, are they're going all out though.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of hype for it. I need people to stop saying it's the most important home game or whatever. It's like that shit needs to stop, because
it's not. It's going to be the most.
It's not, but it's. There's a lot of hype around it, and it is important, but I'm like, wait, are we discounting like all these games we had against Nebraska back in the day? And I know it's a different era, but like I remember how big that Nebraska game was in 2000, or 1971 was kind of a big deal. Didn't go our way, but historically people point to that game as like being like the beginning of something. So, but yeah, it's. There's the whole the arrogant Bama fan, or even players who's like, well, it's everyone's Super Bowl when they play us, and it's like, dude, it's a college football playoff game. It's important for both teams. Number one, it's not like you're just gracing us with your presence here today. It's the fact that you kind of sucked a little bit this year at times. You tend to not suck, and you're on the road in the first round of the playoff instead of like being in the first round awaiting an opponent. Or so I don't know where this mindset is coming from. I mean, I understand why it's not that far removed from Saban still, but I don't know how many embarrassments they have to face right now, or how many more before they realize Saban ain't your coach no more. And his players would not get away with saying, like, even though it's a little thing, it's the tiniest thing, it just slipped out this week. I'm like, there it is. They just lost the game because they think that they still think they still think their shit don't stink, and they're the cat's meow. And it's like, okay, we got this game.
They are very, in my opinion, based on like what I've seen, because it seems like OU's been not talked about, but locally it's a big thing. Bama just feels like they already are accepting the defeatist mentality. Like, look, we're going to roll in. It is what it is if it happens, but we don't expect to win it all anyway.
Well, Bama's the storyline. Like, we're not the storyline. We're
not going to be the storyline at all.
No, because what's funny is people do talk about Alabama losing this game. Like, realistically, they do talk about them losing, but the context isn't about Oklahoma. It's about, well, Michigan really wants Kalen DeBoer, so they're just waiting for Alabama to lose, and that's where the headspace is, the narrative is. It's like we're just a bit part in this movie about Alabama or Michigan, and we're not cockroaches. We're a bit part. We're
we're the NPC.
We're Spider, what's his name? The guy Rocky fight, the first fight you see Rocky fight in the opening of Rocky in 76. Yeah. So Spider, what's his name? I completely forget his name. But that's what we are to people. But yeah, Fowler Herb Street, the stadium looks good. You got the logo, the CFP logo everywhere. It's on the back of the scoreboards and stuff, and it's it's got a really big atmosphere. And I do find it funny that for years I was told, well, campuses can't host games because, well, they would. There's no way that it would. It's during finals or it's during Christmas vacation. It's during this or that. And it was like, wow, amazing they were able to pull it off.
I mean,
it's
solves all problems, Sean.
What happens when human beings pull their resources and come together? All the excuses go out the window. It's fun to go back and watch old games when the idea of a playoff is talked about. And how, well, you can't do this because of this. And people just like take it as gospel. And now it's like, and maybe it was true back in 1990, you couldn't do the playoff format, but there's no excuse now with the money and with the way the sport is set up, whether people like the current, because Joel Klatt hates it. Apparently he hates any G5 team that exists. So
apparently Nick Saban does too, though.
Oh yeah. It's funny because Nick Saban got his ass whooped by a G5 team once, and back when Utah was in that group and got his ass whooped. So, but they don't. That doesn't count anymore because they were Utah was clearly a power team, just in a big fish small pond. I was like, whatever. So
yeah, I am relating this situation almost to like the SpongeBob meme where it's like, we can't do this, Sean. We can't have this during finals week. What about graduation? I'll give you $200 million. Oh, dang it. But I guess we can, guys.
Oh, here's a bag of money, basically.
Yeah, we'll give you lots of money for it. Okay, we'll make it work at this point. But I mean,
here's a bag of money.
Yeah, how times have changed, even in a 5 short years, 10 short years, that, hey, we can do this, guys. But I mean, just like with the playoff, that's where OU is. I mean, going back to the beginning of the season, you posed the question, would you take 9-3 with a potential chance to make it to the playoff, or would you gamble it all to try to make it all? And the people who gambled it or said, like yourself, 10-2, they're eating good tonight. They are eating very good tonight.
I knew deep down if they went 9-3, they were never going to let them in, because I was preparing for if they had gone 9-3, I was preparing my. I was told all off season this was the toughest schedule in the country.
Trademarked.
Yeah. Well, not. I was preparing those speeches, but
yeah,
that's why, like in late October and early November, people are giving their 9-3 scenarios. I'm like, guys, no, you need to like knock that, because you could come up with any scenario you want. It ain't happening. They ain't putting us in. We don't have the media cachet to get the narrative to get spun our way. They don't want us in at 9-3. Like, we are not aesthetically pleasing on the side of the football they love the most. So
yeah,
it is. This is what it's like to live on the other side of the railroad tracks when it comes to that. So, but
because they say they like defense until they get defense, and they no longer like defense anymore because it's a boring product to watch.
Well, that's what it boils down to. They want a balanced team. They don't want one side to be super dominant or the other. And like, that's what we were before, like 6-7 years ago. We were like the super offense, and unfortunately the super offense runs into a defense who could stop them multiple times. And if you can't stop anybody, you're screwed. That's why I get beat by LSU by 28 points or 35 points or however many it was, or you get down early to Bama, by 3 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns, you make a comeback, but it doesn't matter because like you're even if you make a little bit,
the hole was already made.
You're too far down. Like Kyler Murray can run for all the yards he wants and make all the great passes he wants. It's like, you spotted them too big of a lead early on. So
yeah.
But we're OU. Pretty much everyone has decided OU has no. Even if we win tomorrow night, we don't win. If we win, we don't win. So we're going to go to the Rose Bowl and just lose to Indiana, which I have more than enough content prepared for that scenario. So hopefully that takes place. So Jake Michael is doubtful so that's the only update for tonight. So, which is kind of expected, but
I think, I was going to say, I think that was the expectation, like based on Brent's press conference, based on what some of the beat reporters were saying, it was, if you take R. Mason and forgot his name. I just forgot his name.
You forgot whose name?
our center's name, the one who
Oh
had
my
snap,
God!
right?
No respect for the center, man. The
I'm
man
having a brain
touches the
fart.
football every snap, and you
I had
forget
a
his
brain fart.
name. My
Michael,
God! Yeah,
man, that was
Jake
bad. But
Michaela. My God, man!
my God, I know. But
Show no respect for the offensive lineman, man. Come
I
on,
know. I know. I'm just so
disappointment.
excited for the game tomorrow. I just
Yeah,
forgot
you're
all
so
the players'
excited.
names. But
Disrespecting the O lineman. Gabe Eichert's gonna find you if he.
oh
You know,
boy.
he's busy on stage somewhere at a Indian casino somewhere. Like
Yeah, right now. Yeah.
So.
But with Michael, they said, look, we'll see game time at this point. And I think a lot of us deep down were like, yeah, it's probably going to be Fabechi. But our Mason Thomas, it sounds like he's ready to
Fabechi
go.
was actually kind of awesome at the LSU game.
Yeah, like everyone's kind of like, oh, he actually may be a preferred center, but
well, the problem is Ryan Fudge is playing right guard, and he's okay, but he's not Fabechi. So it's, I mean, he could be eventually, but it's like, oh god. So right guard's going to suffer a little bit. So it's like, okay. I mean, we're the healthiest we've been in a while.
Yeah. Jake Taylor made it off the injury list. Now, it doesn't mean he's going to play, but he made it off, Sean. It's the shortest ever.
I mean,
Javonte Barnes made it off.
Well, yeah, Javonte Barnes is off and everything. Who is out? Okay, so Troy Everett's been out for the year. Newcomb's hurt. Yeah. Kendall Dobie's in the portal, and Gentry Williams is getting surgery. So, yeah, all those. I don't know. Like maybe we'll. I would prefer not to have to see anyone else play in certain spots, but
I agree.
Yeah, like all I want from Javonte Barnes if he gets in the game is just to spell our two, like just because Xavier Robinson and Torrey Blaylock are not on the availability report doesn't mean they're not still dinged up. So
sure.
Like Torrey Blaylock still got the shoulder thing, Xavier Robinson's still wearing the deep brace. Like they're gonna play, but I need I need Javonte Barnes. Now that you got your red shirt, pal, you're welcome. If you could come in for pass pro from time to time,
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I'd really appreciate it because if there's one thing I'll give Javonte Barnes credit for, the guy's decent at pass pro. And again, credit's due there, or anyone else, but the running back room is as good as it's going to get from this point forward. And if we can find a way to establish the run a little bit, because I think we can, I believe we can, I hope we can, then it'll be a good night for OU football. But I'm really interested to see how Ty Simpson's back holds up, because we keep hearing, he's may or may not be playing with a herniated disc or this or that, and I know they got their tight end back, which is a big deal. I mean, we played against him already, and Jam Miller's back, but he's just a dude. Jam Miller's just, no one's gonna sit here and tell me how Jam Miller's good. He's just a guy, and he ain't gonna make a difference in their run game. But I mean, I guess he's their Javonte Barnes. Apparently, he's really good. He's good at pass blocking. It's like, oh well, you need all the help you can get there, Alabama, because your pass blocking sucked lately. It's been awful, and
it has been.
So
and not to mention too, I think LT Overton, he is going to be out.
Overton. Yeah, he is out. That's a big deal. That's like their second best guy on their D line. He's like so missing him is going to suck. Now, I'm not going to do what other people did and pretend that he's the only guy who plays defense on that team, like they did with Harm Mason for us. So they're still going to have some dudes, like they still have some dudes on that D, but that's still a pretty big loss for them. But I'm not going to pretend like I know, because LT Overton was a heavily recruited guy. We tried to recruit him.
Yeah,
I mean everyone tried, but tomorrow's gonna be a long day for me. I got a doctor's appointment at 10 o'clock tomorrow, so I got to get up and go do that for however long, and then go to the store real quick, and then I'll come back home and just chill till kickoff. But
you got a long day. I've got a long day. I have to go to work for about a half day, and then I'm heading out of OKC to go down to the game around 11:30 because they're already saying once you hit noon, traffic is going to be an.
I forget. Are you going or no?
Yeah, I'm going.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, you're going. Okay, I
can't remember. Of course, I'm going.
I don't know. I forgot. Like I don't know. Like how your ticket situation worked. I don't know if you were going to this one or not. All right.
Yeah, the way the ticket situation worked for this one was the moment OU was in the conversation of, well, we could be in the playoff. The season ticket holders got the email of, hey, if you want to reserve your seat, now is the opportunity to do so. Costs were varied from like 180 in the north end zone and up at this point. So I reserved my ticket at that point. And my buddy Swiggy, he's going with me to the game as well for it. So I did have a funny story from it though, because a friend of mine, he contacted me. And he knows I take people to the games. Like, I always try to take friends and stuff to, like, one game a year, and I always try to rotate. And he's like, hey, are you going to the playoff game? I went, yeah, I'm going to the playoff game. Got everything squared away.
Going to the big game?
Yeah, and he's like, well, you take people to the game. If you haven't decided to take anybody yet, can I go to that game? I'm like, I appreciate the reaching out. I appreciate you contact me. That's not how this works on this one. He was under the impression we got the tickets free for the playoff. I went, no, that's not with this one, man. That we all had to pay.
How it works.
So yeah, he was very disappointed in that. We did have a question. I know who the question is from. Sean, do you think OU will be able to force turnovers tomorrow?
No, not at all. We're not. We suck.
We suck. It's just going to be a defensive.
No, I mean, no. I would hope so, but I've been told we're not allowed to force turnovers in this game by media people. Well, you can't just do that again. And I was like, why not? Why can't we? Yeah. Well, you can't depend on those. It's like, why can't we? I mean, I'm not saying you have to depend. I'm not saying you have to score on turnovers, but we can set up this thing called field position and stuff like that, and give short fields to our offense and all those things. So I keep hearing there's all these things we're not allowed to do because, well, you did them once, but you can't do them again. Or it's like, okay, whatever you say there, pal. If we're not allowed to do it, we'll just, gosh darn it, we'll just try our best. It is funny.
What frustrates me?
It is funny that the line has flipped this week.
They did. That's what I was going to bring up too. It's now 1.5 OU. I mean, it's a pick'em game at this point still, but it's still 1.5 favoring the home team.
People are still like, I'm going to pick Oklahoma, but I just don't feel comfortable. They feel dirty doing it.
Yeah,
I can't believe I'm picking against Alabama. God.
If it was Nick Saban, I would get it. It's like, dudes, like Venables, to his credit, has Kalen's number. And I mean, it's going to be a wild atmosphere tomorrow, but like Venables has had 3 weeks to prep for this. Venables, I think it's less, Sean, that they don't want to pick us. I think it's no different than any playoff team. They want our offense, but do not want to play our defense, because the offense, you score 1 or 2 touchdowns, it's done. Defense-wise, if they face us, they're going to be so beat up, they're not making it to the championship game. Nobody wants to face the defense because we're going to knock them around for 4 quarters. And I think it translates into the same thing of, I don't want to pick Oklahoma to win because that ruins our Cinderella story chances with Indiana. I think there's more like storyline stuff, but they just don't want that to happen.
There's so much I want to say about the whole Indiana talk, but I'll save it for later because there's no point in talking about it. You got to take care of business first tomorrow. But right. It's just, I just think Indiana is okay. We'll save it for later because we got to take we got to win tomorrow first because there's no point in talking about Indiana. Like I really have some thoughts, but I'll save that for late tomorrow night or Saturday. Saturday I'm busy. I'm skipping the rest of the playoff first round game because I don't give a fuck.
You're telling me you're not excited about James Madison and Oregon playing each other and seeing if James Madison can cover the spread?
Dude, I'm skipping Miami A&M because I don't care. I really don't. It don't
Really,
matter to
that's
me.
actually the one I'm interested in.
Sure,
I don't know who
like,
could win.
but there's something else I'd rather do tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because I it's like, all right, one of these teams has. It's interesting because one of those teams has to win. Like, if either of those teams were playing anybody else, I would pick the other team. But they're
Yeah.
just, it's Miami and A&M, like the teams that never accomplish anything, no matter how good they have a season. But one of them has to win. So it's like, my God, like part of me wants to watch it, but there's something else I'd rather do tomorrow.
I'm actually surprised that based on how much you hate Notre Dame, you would not hate watch this game of the We Beat Notre Dame Bowl. I'm
Oh,
actually
please.
surprised.
I can hate Notre Dame at the drop of a hat. I don't need a special occasion to do it.
Touche.
Come on now.
Touche.
I need no special occasion to hate Notre Dame. You know, they're boycotting the playoff. Have you heard?
They are, and I guess no Pop-Tarts for them at this point. Bastards. They just knew they were not going to be on Team Spring.
There's been so much bitch behavior over the past few weeks from college football fans and in programs and coaches. It's just amazing. But
yeah, let me ask you this. Focusing on our game. As of 8:21 Central Time, how are you feeling going into tomorrow's game? Like, do you feel good about this team?
I got the butterflies and the excitement for it and everything. It's just, I think this is a game that, for Brent and the program, that it will. I think you take care of business, and you can. I can picture how the game will go in my head. You can imagine certain little moments, or I can hear Fowler's commentary as we're doing good things, and so I feel very positive about it. I know they're amping up the pregame stuff, and we're gonna join the many other programs who probably do drones and stuff, and that'll be part of NCAA or CFP 27 next year. But we're gonna do that.
And people are telling people be at the game about 45 minutes early.
Nobody knows what color. Nobody knows what color to wear because, like,
the players on this one, like. I'm uploading a video tonight on that one, but
don't do it. Don't bother. It's stupid. No, it's like, I don't have a problem with the players wanting something, but if you want the fans to do what you want them to do, you have to get the school to put it out on social media like a week and a half in advance. Yeah, you need to put it out early. You can't put it out like week of, because it's not that people can't find something black to wear, but it's like, everyone's not going to be, you don't have time to get the word out. So everyone's going to wear their OU gear like normal. That's the problem. So,
and this is, I took it as it's going to be a cold weather game, guys. Like, no one's going to care for that. Like, no, they're going to be in their winter jackets, and it's going to be that.
I would have brought my big old thick OU hoodie that I wore the LSU game. So sorry, it's not black, but whatever.
Yeah, like I have my Black Atwoods like winter jacket, but it's not an OU thing. If I want to go to that, I want to wear OU stuff.
I did have a very nice black OU zip up hoodie that I have outgrown, so it was very nice. I wish I had another one, just a little bit bigger to hold me.
But it's like, dude, you can't expect that. Oh, I actually saw one that said, "Oh, you can do this. They can get this turned around in 2 days, right? And get everybody a T-shirt." I'm like, this isn't the Thunder, guys. Like,
a T-shirt. You know how cold it's going to be. A T-shirt.
Yeah, they could get a T-shirt. For everybody in the stands.
No one wearing a T-shirt, dude.
Yeah, I'm like, no, guys. Like,
it's gonna be in the 40s. Ain't no one wearing a T-shirt. So.
Correct. And I'm like, the other part too is I had to explain this to some individuals, like, because they didn't know the logistics of like, well, how many T-shirts can you make an hour? Realistically, you can print about 5,000 in a day in a rush.
The NBA prints like 15,000. Like, we have like 85,000. Okay.
You have to get them shipped. You have to put them on the seats. Like, there's a lot of logistics. But I say also too, guys, what people don't understand is this is going to be a photo op game. They're not going to have mishmash like, oh, someone's not wearing OU. No, that they shut that down. To me, it's embarrassing that OU even.
I love that we're spending more than 30 seconds on this, which is like great. I spent 0 seconds on my channel about this.
It's just embarrassing to me. That's all it is. It's
I wear
to
black
me when
socks.
the graphics guy had to go. I really have to remind people to
Black
wear
socks. Black socks. Okay.
black socks. You could black socks, yeah.
There we go.
But
So
I get it. The thing I guess that frustrates me on it is, well, this was player led. Cool. Sometimes the players have horrible ideas.
don't say that. It's not a horrible idea. It's just that you got to do it more. You got to be more ahead of time with it. So
It's not
anyway.
like you would have agreed to it anyway.
Oh God, can we move on from this? This is a lame topic.
Absolutely.
It's kind of don't make a video about this.
I don't. Anyway,
it's lame.
Anyway,
it's not that. It's really not that important.
You'd be surprised how many feathers it's ruffled.
It's not. It's really not. Like one random thread on a message board or a tweet is not like the entire fan base. It really isn't.
Sure.
But anyway, yeah, we play a game tomorrow night, and we're the only game on, and it's. I just think it's like you go back to a year ago, and how miserable this fan base was, and
like 2 months ago, Sean. Old Miss.
Fuck that shit. You know, people bitch and moan during a season all the time. I'm talking about like last year, people were miserable, and rightfully so. But it's just a year ago. Like I try to warn people about stuff, and I try to get people on a certain page, and it takes a while for certain people to catch up on certain things. But I try to tell people, like last year, I didn't care what bowl game they went to or played or whatever. I knew what last year was going to be.
Yeah.
And I wasn't shocked that they lost. And everyone made it into this bigger deal than it needed to be. You lost to Navy in a bowl game. Yeah, I don't care. And I still don't care. Because I knew what was going. Like I knew it was going to be a low energy game. You had opt outs. You had Mike Hawkins at quarterback, and you know it was going to mean more to Navy playing OU than OU playing Navy, and you know OU almost came back and won. And it's like whether they won or lost the Military Bowl or whatever the hell it was called was not going to be a determining factor on the lore that was OU football. So, and it was just people lost their minds over it. I'm like, guys, I don't care, and neither should you. Like, the problem wasn't we lost to Navy in a bowl game. The problem was that we were in a bowl game against Navy. That was the problem. And you know, this year, you know, we still had. Like this is a year where easily a lot of things, and he's gone. I've been abandoned. You know, I'm in the mid-sentence, gets up, no warning. And
it's either that or have my laptop turned off.
Oh, okay, whatever. So Navy should be in the CFP. No, they shouldn't.
The big thing, the only takeaway I had from that last year, and I stand by this still now, is it would have given some good energy moving into the postseason. Yeah, it was just
but most that's fraudulent. Most that's fraudulent.
Yeah, it's very surface level. Have your sugar type of thing.
It's all fraudulent.
It's empty calories. That's the word I'm looking for.
And people still watch these bowl games, and you know they still get ratings, but it's like they're not going to have the players you want to be in them. Like the days of Adrian Peterson playing at a Holiday Bowl are over.
Yeah,
you know, I know that's a different deal and everything.
No, it's not. You're right.
But it's like you're not going to see that anymore. Like
yeah.
And it frankly, it's I'm amazed it lasted as long as it did because they were always kind of fraudulent. I waved the flag. These bowl games are kind of, you know, money sucking leeches, and we probably shouldn't be partaking in them just because of tradition. But and people are slowly starting to get that. And look, we have a postseason tournament that people care about. What a shock!
I mean, it's because you've had that drum since forever and a day. As far as even I can remember, like guys, the moment players decide they're going to opt out, the bowl.
When Christian McCaffrey opted out of the Sun Bowl in 2014, that was the knife wound. That was going to be the slow bleed out, and that was like, that's the beginning of the end.
Yeah, and I will stand by. I'm still grateful I was able to go to the Bama Sugar Bowl game in 2014 before that.
But that's
I am
different.
grateful
The
for
Bama
that.
Sugar Bowl was the year before that started. 2013 was truly the last year of those BCS bowl games having meaning. And I'm not just saying that because OU won or whatever. It's because
players actually
you
played.
Look at that bowl season in 2013 with the Sugar Bowl was great, the Natty was great. I think the Rose Bowl was really good. So that was kind of the retroactive end of that era. And the big bowl games got smart. It's like, we need to be part of this playoff if we want our bowl games to matter, because I thankfully the process was already in motion a couple of years ago, because that Georgia Florida State Orange Bowl that was just a disaster to watch, because Florida State had no quarterback and a bunch of opt-outs, and Georgia just death killed them. And Kirby Smart's like, why did we do this? Kirby Smart felt bad for winning that game the way he did.
Because they didn't. Well, I mean, look now. I mean, if I would have told you 10 years, 15, we'll go 15 just to put us in about the 2010 range. If I would have told you, Sean, Iowa State and Kansas State were going to opt out and pay $500,000 to not play, I think you would have been like, what? What's going on? Even with what's going on with the bowl system. Now teams don't want to go to these games anymore.
The only game
I will pay the fine.
The only game I think players cared about wanting to go to was the Fiesta Bowl, because it was sponsored by PlayStation, and that was the way to get a PS5 back in the day.
Yeah,
because they were hard to get.
Yeah, I agree. You've had that joke before, Sean, of I go to that, I get my participation trophy every single day of the week.
Please, can we go to the Fiesta Bowl so I get a free PlayStation? Why am I streaming this on my channel? Because this is my buddy's channel, and so it's not about me. I did 2 videos today. I'm good.
And I appreciate you being on, Sean, the channel.
But getting back to what I was trying to get to is I went on this side tangent. You go back to last year, and I really need the fan base to embrace how kind of special this year was, because this is a team that could have easily quit. They had a lot of moments where the Texas game was just was awful, and then the Ole Miss game was just, your heart was ripped out, and you had that daunting November schedule, and you found a way to, you just week by week, you found a way to win. And it wasn't pretty, it wasn't always the way you scripted it, but you gutted out a bunch of wins, and you got a bunch of people saying how you don't belong. They're trying to drag you into domestic violence disputes between Miami and Notre Dame, and you're just like, we're just winning it. We're just an innocent 10-win SEC team trying to make our playoff berth. Leave us alone, please. And you do that, and you get a home game. The LSU game was not pretty, but you do it. You get them somehow.
And you witnessed that in person.
Someone pulled out a sci-fi freeze ray gun on the LSU secondary. We were able to score. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Someone used a freeze ray on the LSU secondary. We cheated then, unlike for Auburn.
I personally like to think it was the wind sweeping down the plains affected LSU's offense, but that's
I'm a sci-fi dork, so freeze ray works for me.
Sure,
but you find a way to do that, and you're here, and it's now my initial reaction. We're playing Bama again. I'm like, all right, but it's like, all right, we're gonna play Alabama, and I can picture the players on the field with roses in their mouth. Just think about that. We are 60 minutes of game time away from that.
We're less than 24 hours off. Yeah.
Less than 24 hours. That is a very real possibility. And I think, paint this picture, and this is like a big, what if, but there's opportunities, and however many you can take advantage of, it's house money this year. My mantra is for the rest of the year, whatever happens is house money. You've superseded your expectations by a lot this year. We had people saying, well, Venables going to get fired after this year, or they're going to win 7 or 8 games, but that's their ceiling. 9-3, I guess they could do that if things work out a certain way. By the way, John Mateer and Jay Knott aren't going to be the superstars you thought they were going to be for various different reasons. That didn't happen.
I think that would have been the bigger story if I said, Sean, it is July 1st. Jay Knott
is not only is he not going to be the superstar you thought, he's going to be a ghost. He's going to be a ghost. He's going to be a ghost. He's like, has anyone seen Jaden? He's a ghost.
Yeah. And Mateer's going to be mid, but we're going to win 10 games.
I'm going to defend.
But I know you said we were.
I'm going to defend Mateer a little bit because I do think the injury has jacked. He's now taken the brace off. He's throwing without the brace. So
gasp.
He actually threw for a lot of yards when I was there in person. He turned the ball over, which was like
they were empty calorie yards. It was like he got the ball.
One of them was not really all his fault. The other two were clearly his fault. But 2 out of 3 were clearly his fault. But so I'm kind of hoping maybe we see the return of like September John Mateer a little bit. I think there's a possibility of that.
If we can get, to me, the height of John Mateer at that point, if we can get Michigan Mateer back, that would be fantastic.
Fourth quarter versus Auburn Mateer, that would be great.
That'd be great.
But he ain't throwing with the brace anymore with the stuff around. So there's progress there.
And he's had time to heal. 70 to 80%.
I don't need him to be a 400-yard passer. I just need him to be efficient. That's what I need him to be. And but the opportunity,
make good reads, man. He has to make good reads,
right? But the opportunities are there. Like, you win on your home field, you go to the Rose Bowl, and imagine if you could go to the Rose Bowl, and you could if you found a way to exercise those demons. Could you imagine that? Forget anything after that. Just forget anything else that happens after that, Josh. I don't care. If you could go to Pasadena and exercise the visual, you will no longer have just the visual of the pain of that stadium. If you could exercise that, you don't think Brent will become, obviously long term he would need a national title.
Correct.
But just imagine going into Lincoln Riley's backyard while his team is at home, and you're just down the road in Pasadena a little bit. You're 11 miles. You're 11 miles from downtown LA.
Imagine it, Sean.
That's what I'm grasping onto right now.
I'll let me give you this. I'll add to it. Imagine not only that, he wins it before Lincoln Riley does.
Well, I mean,
Riley has not made it to the Rose Bowl.
I think OU can go to the Rose Bowl, and I think they can win, despite what a lot of people are saying. But again, we can cross that bridge once business is taken care of tomorrow night, because it's not going to be easy to beat Alabama regardless. It will be a challenge, but it is very doable, and it's not a daunting task, but it's like playing them again, or Tennessee, or Missouri, or LSU. We're going to have to grind it out again, because that's what we do. Yeah. That's what we have to do. But
I would agree with you to circling back around to, like, not only is it a difficult team to beat, they're writing us off already because we're not the sexy story they want to talk about. We're not Texas.
We're not going to be. Like,
we're not the Cinderella Indiana. Even the
it's not even that Indiana's a Cinderella. They're kind of beyond that. They're beyond Cinderella right now, because they beat Ohio State. We're kind of beyond Cinderella at this point. Cinderella was last year. It was.
Sure,
they have the Heisman winner, and they're the number 1 team in the country. It ain't Cinderella right now.
Sure, but you get what I'm saying. Of like, we aren't the story they want to talk about. They want to talk about Indiana. Well, no, they want to talk about Vanderbilt.
Mendoza is going to be a high draft pick. That's what they want to talk about. So, but my point is,
we are a speed bump. We are
no. Let me say that. Let me say that. Oklahoma is, no matter how far they go in this playoff, is never going to be the forefront story. They will never be that.
Correct.
They are always going to be, when talked about, this is when they fall. This is when they're going to lose. This is when they're going to fall. And the other team, because let's do the bracket pass. Alabama, Kalen DeBoer going to Michigan or not? When Alabama, can they do this? That's the story.
Simpson hurt.
Let's say we go to the Rose Bowl. Fernando Mendoza, what a great kid, won the Heisman. Kirk Cignetti, the greatest the greatest coaching performance ever. And it's like, can they? Indiana was a basketball school. This and that is like, win or lose, they're the story. Oh, yep. Because if we were to win that game, well, the Heisman winner lost, and Indiana didn't.
The curse.
You go to Atlanta potentially. You're either playing Texas Tech or Oregon. Two programs who have big money sugar daddy boosters, whether it's Phil Knight or what's his face with Texas Tech, right?
Yeah.
That's the storyline there.
Yeah.
By some grace of God, you win that one. And you go to Miami. You know who's likely waiting for you? One of two teams more than likely, Ohio State or Georgia.
Ohio State. Yeah.
Or Georgia.
Or Georgia, yeah.
And guess what the storyline's going to be there? So
is Ohio State going to repeat, or is Georgia going to get it?
Georgia going to establish their dynasty once and for all? So I listen, I'm not saying OU's going to the national title game. What I'm saying is, if you're angry now about OU not getting the respect you feel they may deserve, it's never coming. and it sounds funny, right? Because you think, but Sean, if they get all the way to the end, they got to get a little respect, right? Yeah, they'll get talked about by default because they kind of have to at some point. But you know what it does? But you know what it's like? You know what it's exactly reminding me of?
Am I allowed to answer, or I'm jumping ahead?
Do you know what stretch?
I do.
You had a specific November stretch that people weren't impressed with.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And they were not getting respect based on their final destination regardless.
Yeah, can I say which one it is?
Okay, if you get it wrong, I'm going to be mad at you.
It's 2000.
Yeah, so everyone talks about Red October in the year 2000, and I'm one of the few people who thinks Red November is a lazy name and come up with something different, guys. It's like that's not how
I'm in agreement with you. It will be special.
I'm sure
win it all the way.
I'm the meme from was it Tangle with the swords at the neck or whatever? Yeah, I'm that guy. That's like that.
What opinions got you like this?
What opinions got you like this? Yeah, that's me. I hate the Red November name. I think it's stupid. So
it will come into play if they win it all. If they do, then it will be fantastic.
No, we're not going there. My dreams live or die in Pasadena, and that's about it. So, but seriously though, it's like if you go back in time, and because I have all the ESPN material on my hard drive, and I go back and watch it. Like when OU struggled in November, people turned on that. Like the national media turned on them hard.
They wanted us to lose.
Like the A&M, people remember the A&M win as a great moment. They weren't getting love after that game. That's when it started to turn a little bit. Oh, they barely beat A&M. Man, they should have lost that game.
Yeah.
The seed was planted, and then Texas Tech was a so-so game. And then Bedlam was Derek Strait knocks down a fourth and goal to seal a 12-7 game. And it's like, they're undefeated, but they're not looking like the team that beat Nebraska in October, all that shit.
Yeah.
And then the Big 12 championship was nothing but a pom-pom waving. We need Kansas State to beat them so we get our Miami-Florida State rematch. It was a pom-pom waving, Lee Corso and all that. We were hoping for the great epic rematch between the two great in Florida schools to have because somehow it was our fault that Florida State was ahead of Miami in the BCS back then.
Yeah.
And so, and then to Heupel's credit and the team's credit, I will go to my grave saying people do not give that Big 12 championship game enough love because everyone thinks about the Natty and they think Red October and the Natty. That Big 12 championship game is just it's fun to watch, and it's sometimes if you because people rewatch it, but I rewatch that game every so often. I'm on the edge of my seat for a lot of plays because it's a fun watch. But
and that season in general is Red October is exciting, the storylines with it, but then November is kind of the grind. You got to survive, you got to make it there.
Well, Heupel had his injury, and that's what really derailed a lot of stuff. But my whole point in going down that road is that I know I've seen this story before. I know how, because it's the way OU is built and the way they're winning. They're winning games very similar to they did in 2000 in November. They're winning on defense, and offensively they were just not all there. And hell, Tim Duncan made a huge kick in that Big 12 championship game. He made like a 45-yarder, which back then was not a gimme. So, and but.
Yeah, didn't they have a fake field goal in the Big 12?
I think so, but
I think
want
so.
to say yes, but it was like Heupel had a big scramble. I remember.
Yeah,
that was a big deal, but yeah, just that was it's a fun game to rewatch. When I do my off-season rewatch stuff, that's definitely one I'm going to rewatch.
Sure,
but
hey, a theme to this game tomorrow. It was a rematch that we won.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, people talk about, like, well, it's hard to beat a team twice. It's like, OU's been involved in a lot of rematches, and the one thing I've noticed about all these rematches, it doesn't matter who won the first one. OU always wins the rematch. So
yeah.
it's
OU's
like
perfect in rematches.
I think they are actually.
No, they are. They have not lost a rematch yet.
Do we have to? We don't have anything in 1908 or something we could find that was or anything like that. That's the other thing. No one's beaten Bama twice in 1 year since the Birmingham Athletic Club or some bullshit like 100 years ago or whatever, some crap like that.
Well, I guess if we're going back, the stat I have is from 1970, but if you go back, it's like 1978.
I'm sure we could find some garbage high school we played when the university barely existed.
Yeah. Norman High School, community college, just
seriously, like, you're not wrong.
Yeah, no, I believe you. Which is funny because that's Bama's stat. Is like they haven't. The only school was like since the 1800, like really.
A lot of Bama's fake championships come from playing some high schools and stuff. So
yeah. But to your point, though, yes, in that same season they wrote OU off. We interfered with their headline of "We want this Miami Florida State rematch." Miami deserves to be in there.
They interviewed Dan. I remember they interviewed Dan Morgan on game day, and he was like, so are you rooting for K-State, Dan? It's like, yeah. What do you think I'm rooting for?
yeah. Like
Dan Morgan, like longtime NFL linebacker who played for the Hurricanes in 2000. Yeah, of course I'm rooting for.
Yeah. Well, it's like right now we are, to me, out of all the 12 teams, we are their catch that is going to ruin their storylines. Because OU has a chance to make it much further than what they want.
OU is plus 5,000 to win the national title, and I kind of want to put $100 down.
Hey, if you're gonna do that, get a lottery ticket too. It's up to like $2 billion now. Can't win unless you don't play.
I risk 100 for like $5,000. It's like 5 plus 5,000. It's like, if I really wanted to get crazy, I'd bet 1,000 for 50 grand.
Never see you here again. Isn't Sean joining you? No, Sean retired.
You don't appear off of 50 grand, but I'll tell you what though. Like,
I was thinking 500,000. Okay.
No. You would have to bet more. You'd bet a little more. No, you bet. Gotcha. You bet 1,000, you get 50 grand. I'll tell you what though. I'll tell you what though. Like,
how do you know that Sean won the lottery?
I'll tell you what. Like, I can get the Hard Rock app on my phone and download it real quick, and there is part of me that's thought about, I technically could afford $1,000 bet.
Man, oh no,
but I can't do it. No,
I'm not a gambler.
So I might do it. I might do 100 though. I'm gonna think about it. Like, I'm gonna sleep on it. I might do $100 bet for OU to win it all.
I'll always,
but it's not happening. I'm not gonna. But you never.
I'm not a gambler, so I'm just like, man.
You never.
I could do 100, but like,
you're not supposed to bet on your team to win. You're always supposed to bet against your team. But the problem is, like, all the other value bets are not that. Like, OU's a really good value bet for winning the championship. Like, plus 5,000 for a team with an elite defense. Come on now. Yeah. Like, that's actually kind of like a sneaky good bet with the bracket path they have. If we're talking just gambling, like, betting on OU to win it all with an elite defense, that's not the worst bet in the world. But anyway, I don't really bet, so I might do it.
My friend does.
I really want to.
I should message him and say, "Hey, are you betting on this game?" Because he puts bets down and he makes money from it. But that's his hobby, though.
Ooh, you know, I just thought, what if I did 500? That's 25.
Oh man.
I can afford it. I can afford it. I can afford it. I can afford it. No, I can't do it.
Yeah,
I'll do it. I might do 100. We'll see. But no, like tomorrow.
But real fast, what you were saying though earlier about like where we were, like, yes, I 1000% agree with you. Like, I was on here, I'm on the record saying, like, I lost all faith in Brent after the Ole Miss game. To me, that was the nail in the coffin. Like, Brent ain't going to get it done.
Nail in the coffin. It was like holy hyperbole.
But because that was before the gauntlet that we had with Tennessee, Alabama, everything on the road.
The SEC, guys. It's like.
But
I'm sorry that Ole Miss came in and won, but it's like, yeah,
it's not about that. That's
the world we live in.
It wasn't that. It was the patterns that we saw in his coaching, and that can Brent get this team and motivate them. And that was asking at the time.
I don't think that was a Brent coaching malpractice game.
I mean, he still has Joe John Finley on staff, and somehow or another Texas fired
and
defensive coordinator.
Joe John,
how he is still here, I don't know.
Joe John ain't getting fired anytime soon either.
Well,
no,
I mean, he didn't get
the
that
coaching malpractice in that game was Arbuckle not giving the ball to Xavier Robinson with 4 minutes left and all of his timeouts at a 2-minute warning. That was that too. That was.
But I said, the point I'm getting at with it though is, it was asking Brent and this coaching staff to do something they never done before.
Well, you got to do it at some point.
Yeah, it was do or die. It's like, can you motivate this team to get to this point that we're talking about right now?
What people don't realize is that everyone complains about how college football is, and you know what's been really fun the past week or two?
Yeah,
I've been watching the rest of college football scramble and suffer in the month of December with all the craziness of coaching carousels and transfer portal entries, and guess what? OU's dealt with almost zero of that shit. We've dealt with none of it.
Really,
we've dealt with none of that shit.
Quietly. No,
like I'm like yeah. Someone said Kendall Dolby went in the portal. Yeah, that was expected actually. So I'm not. That's
a bummer. I really like Dolby, and I
like Dolby too, but he got hurt. He's hurt all the time, and Kendall Daniels came in and was awesome. So
yeah, I feel bad for him that he just got.
And Reggie Powers was awesome too. So he found guys who could play that role just as well, and it sucks for him. He got hurt again.
I mean, that's something we can also bring up as well. Like, OU, in a sense, did win the Nick Anderson transferring out. What's the name? Transferring out. Like, they didn't play
I know people are pissy with him. I will still have love for Nick Anderson for his time at OU. I will.
Yeah, like no. I'm not saying that. Don't take it that way. But it was
not gonna hate on.
We have no wide receivers. We kind of won that gamble and stuff too because they weren't going to.
Because Nick was hurt most of the year for LSU too, so it would be the same story. It's the same story, different uniform. So yeah, it sucks for him. But I'm excited about OU because they just got a bunch of high level 4-stars. Steve Wiltfong fonged them to us for 27. Dude, 27's building is building to something special.
Yeah, like it's building to be the number 1 class. Like if they can keep this momentum,
maybe we might get number 1. Like it's
top
like
5.
We'll be early out of the gate number 1 type of stuff. But
sure, okay. I'll be more realistic. Top 5.
Yeah, if you give me a top 5 class. Go for it. I don't think we're going to end with number 1. I don't know if that's going to happen.
Sure, but even then, though, I mean, that would be
the reason I say that. I don't think we're going to have a big time quarterback. Like I don't think we'll have that 5-star person like that usually goes with those classes. But you give me a top 5 class, like they are loading up on like because of what they've done this year. And what they're selling to these kids is finally just coming together. It's like, look, like, okay, what we're telling you, it's out on the field now. And it took us 4 years to build it, but it's here. And you can be a part of it.
You should be very proud of Caleb Kelly and the Soul Mission as a result of that.
I mean, sure. Yeah. Soul Mission is great. Come be an awesome first round pick. No, it's like I'm excited about what the edge room is going to be deep again potentially. I would like to get some elite deep. I mean, people are bitching about like, oh, they got a 3-star from like Mississippi falling to them. D lineman, dude, give me all the 3-star D lineman from Mississippi you got. You know how many hidden gems are in Mississippi who are 3 stars? I'll take them.
Mississippi reminds me very much.
Mississippi 3-star D linemen are different than say like North Dakota 3-star D linemen.
Yeah. You know, so, I will say like my knowledge on recruiting and stuff is still so basic, but even I know like Mississippi has some like, very
I scale back talking recruiting because it's exhausting and there's only so much you can come on and say, hey, we got to commit, guys. I think they're going to be really good and stretch this out for 8 minutes.
Yeah, the most
there's only so much you can say.
Well, and it varies on like, hey, we got this recruit from Georgia where it's highly competitive versus we got this recruit from North Dakota.
Kicking ass from Florida. Brent's kicking ass from Florida. He doesn't get a giant class from Florida, but he gets a bunch of dudes from Florida still. Like R. Mason Thomas, for example. So.
Yeah. Well, you know what I mean, though. It's like it's based on the class size. It's based on the state. Like, okay, what's their highlights?
But Brent getting a couple of guys here and there out of Florida is like, on occasion, is sweet. Like to go get a few guys here and there. You're not going to get the top tier because they're still going to go to certain schools. I mean, despite what Florida State, Miami are doing, regardless of where they're at. I mean, Miami is obviously a playoff team, but at some point they're gonna Florida State will get right, and that will change things. But yeah, recruiting's awesome right now, and this is the type of year you want. Like I'm telling you, man, if they get to the Rose Bowl and you can find a way to get a W, you think recruiting's good now? You think recruiting's good now? Like OU would love nothing more than to have 4K HD and 4K video of them celebrating at the Rose Bowl, regardless of what happens afterwards. Like, that's the beauty of them. That's what's in front of them.
Outright said many times that yes, guys, recruits come in, they see it, they see the results of it, but you still got to win some of these big games. Yeah, I agree with you. Like, we need this.
I would like to see Armesa Thomas sack Fernando Mendoza like 8 times. That would be great. But we got to win tomorrow night first. I think we could sack Ty Simpson 8 or 9 times. That'd be great. Like, I think that's the one thing that's not being talked about. Like, you talk about the hype for this game tomorrow night, and I think that crowd is going to be insane. And
we're going to be on rabies tomorrow. I've told everybody I have.
We will have rabies. The crowd will have rabies. They'll have rabies by kickoff, and I think Ty Simpson is just going to be seeing ghosts. And I do think, like, if someone asks, you think we're going to force turnovers? I'm like, yeah, I think at the worst case scenario, we're going to have some sacks, and he's going to be looking for that tight end Cuevas because he desperately needs him back in that offense. And so, but I think that team's going to be dialed in. They're going to be fired up, and
I think based on and I agree. Again, I agree with you that it's not OU's biggest home game. This might be the most electric crowd though tomorrow night with how much
crowd. Yeah, it'll be electric. Like
it is going to be wild.
For me personally, I wasn't there. If I had a time machine, I think if I had to pinpoint the loudest isolated moment that stadium has ever been, I will still, to my dying breath, say the loudest moment that Spike.
Can I guess? Can I take a guess? Can I guess?
You're probably going to be wrong, but go ahead and try.
It is the interception
or
the catch from 2000 against Nebraska.
You're at the right game. You're talking about the you're talking about like the circus catch. No.
Yes, that's the one I'm talking about.
You're in the right game, but not that. But to me, Josh Norman's blocked punt in that game.
Yeah.
I don't care how much bigger the stadium gets or whatever. Like that moment when Josh Norman blocked that punt and set us up inside the 5 for 1st and goal, I was like, oh, it's on.
Yeah.
Now, the only downside, they didn't get in the end zone. They had to settle for a field goal, which sucks. But Josh Norman blocking that punt, to me, I will fight anybody. That has got to be that singular loudest crowd pop in the history of OU football. And because I need someone who is there to, like, if I ever talk to anyone from back in the day who was around, like maybe Bob will be able to say that. I think that's the loudest crowd pop. Now, I was at 2008. You were there too.
No, I was not actually.
I thought you were. Oh, you were sick, right? That's right.
I was a freshman and did not have access to the tickets at that point.
Went. Okay. Anyway, the point is, I was there in 2008 versus Texas Tech. And like, yeah, the jump around as a moment was a collective being loud together moment was great, but I'm talking about a single spike that went.
Yeah.
That blocked punt on Nebraska. Because you know how I know it's loud? Because it wasn't just the guy, it's the women. You had the high pitched
screaming
screech of the women too. That's how it's like, ah, that's what makes it go even higher.
Yeah.
It's like that's how big it was. When you get the ladies a little hot and bothered with a block punt, you know you did something right.
I think it's funny you say that because at the end of that LSU game, the section I'm in, we all know everybody's family. And they turned to me, they're like, "You're going to be at this game, right?" And they know I was hyping up our section for Tennessee and Michigan. I went, "Yeah." They're like, "My man, you have a mission for this game." But we have older gentlemen and ladies there. They're up. They stand. They cheer. And they talk about how much they hate the olds that sit down. They're like, "No, this is a standing up game. This is we need screaming." And it's great. I hear a 70-year-old man throwing so many obscenities. I'm just like, damn. And this is one of those games. The crowd has to be electric in this game. This is not a sitting down. This is a
you're going to be mad.
Clapping on third
You'll
down.
be mad at me saying this, but I have to conserve my my cheering for certain moments. I can't do it every play. I will die. I will die.
Oh, I can. Sean,
cannot do it. I can't do it.
I know I'll throw my voice out.
I have to. I can't throw. Well, think about what I do. I can't lose my voice. So
that's true.
I can't afford to lose the voice. So I pick and choose my moments. Like I got loud when it was fourth down for the LSU game at the very end there.
That's fair.
I still can't believe I'm still the way I will always remember that Isaiah Satania touchdown at the end there was my brain was confused because I thought, wait, was there a whistle? Did the ref stop the play? It just was. They didn't move.
Yeah,
he just went right past him. They didn't see him. I was like, this is a legal play. I kept waiting for a flag to come out or a ref to come out and do this and say timeout LSU or something. I kept waiting for it, and I'm like, hey! And I hugged my uncle and everything was good.
You met him. I took my buddy Caleb with me, and that happened right in front of us, and we're all like, "What happened?" That was Arbuckle's a genius.
He was a genius.
Points. Right. OU offense is back on the menu, boys. We're back.
Hey, Isaiah, run a 9 route.
Yeah,
run a 9 route just down the middle, please. Run the seam.
Yeah, and I talked with
go as fast as you can.
I talked with people and stuff, and I said, "Was that a mistake? Did they not hear the snap?" And
yeah,
they said, no,
that's how
it was a busted coverage. That's all it was.
So when people say you got lucky, I'm like, yeah, well, yeah, they're right there. We did. I'm not gonna lie on that one. We totally did get lucky on that one. But hey, we scored. We took advantage of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I cannot wait for tomorrow night, and I'm just,
dude. I mean, here's the thing. To talk about with the crowd and stuff. I'm looking forward to it. This week's been busy for me, so this week has flown by. Everybody else has been like, "This is a slow week." I'm like, "Bros, this is before the holidays. I got reports to turn in." No, this week has been very fast for me. Now that we're less than 24 hours, and thinking of OU,
what
Texas
a difference the day made.
OU Texas 2021, I cannot wait to see what organically happens.
24 little hours.
It's gonna be fantastic.
So, I made my silly little Sandell video when he won the Groza, and I went old school. I went with Sinatra.
That's fair. He is a very, very classy individual. So,
Yes.
Speaking of that, I've been meaning to ask you on that while we're on live stream. You got to explain something to me, Sean.
Okay.
How is it that our kicker can win the single best kicker award and the nation award?
Best kicker, right? Best kicker.
Makes it on second team All-American.
Well, this is what I like to call VA. This is what I like to call VA math. So
okay, give me your VA math.
Okay, so for those who don't know, I'm technically now a disabled veteran, right? So I have 70% for one thing, 20% for another thing, and 10% for another. Now, if you add those up, you think that equals 100, right? No, I only get 80% because of that. Because, like, hear me out. Because the first one, the biggest one, you get that number. The second one, you get like a third, and the third one, you get a third. And if that's above or below the 5, it rounds down or rounds up. So I'm at 80%. So it's VA math.
Sure.
Best kicker, second team All-American. Gotcha. So
gotcha.
It's VA math at work here. I don't know.
Hey, people in the chat are agreeing with you. So
people know what people know what I'm talking about. If you've dealt with the VA and if you got any sort of compensation, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
It just baffled me. I saw that and I was just like, what?
See, veterans know what you're talking about because anyone who has any type of like, wait, I have all these things and you say it doesn't add up to 100. No. You see, whatever your biggest one is, you get that, but the other ones are a third of what they're worth. So it's like,
sure. That's what we're learning tonight.
So what you're saying is apply for TDIU. Got it. There you go. Give me my 100.
Noted.
I'm still waiting for that to be approved.
It will be.
Give me my TDIU.
Will it be approved by the end of this fiscal year? Who knows?
I mean, I don't know. There's a chance it can be approved by the next month. Honestly, for me, it's like, and if that happens, I'll be very comfortable for a long time, and I'll be a very happy camper. I'll be doing a lot less YouTube in the off season. I promise you that. I will disappear in the off season.
Where did Sean go? Well,
you're hurting your channel's growth. Good. I don't need it to grow anymore. I got my TDIU, bitch.
You're going to be exactly like every convention I know. Well, we need a tax write-off. Let's open a Comic-Con. That's great. You got it. Tax write-off.
Dude, if I get TDIU, I will be the happiest. Like, I'll be the happiest OU fan ever. Because, like, basically what it means, it's like, I could go to OU Texas. I could go to OU Texas every year if I want to now. On my own dime.
Yeah.
That's probably what I would do. Go to OU Texas every year.
In a fancy hotel.
You know where I'm not going next year, though? I've made a conscious decision not to do this.
Florida.
No. I'm going to Florida.
Okay, I was going to say,
I'm going to the Florida game. Come on now. I'm definitely going to the Florida game. No,
I figured you were going to throw a curveball at me and it is up the road.
You know where I was thinking about going, honestly? Until recently? No. Ann Arbor.
Oh, yeah. Now
I was thinking of going to Ann Arbor, but now I'm not going to Ann Arbor because I don't know how many horrible scandals have to come out of Ann Arbor because I don't want to give money to that community at this point. It's a cesspool. It's more than just the school. Yeah. It's like the entire community out there, and it's like
reminding me a lot of the Baylor stuff. It really is.
Dude, it's Penn State too, man. Like, it doesn't have the same exposure as the Penn State scandal, but they had a Penn State level scandal up there and nobody talks about it.
Yeah.
The victims were football players. They weren't children or women. That's the thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why nobody talks about it. That's why they don't talk about it. Yeah. But the Sharon Moore thing is like, it's just like the whole deal. It's like, it's like I don't want to go up there and interact with like to me going to Michigan, it's like going to Texas North but with more scandal. It's like no. See, I could see myself going to a Texas home game one day, possibly. If there was ever a chance where OU and Texas did a home and home, those would be like the biggest tickets ever. But
yeah,
Michigan is basically Texas. It was Texas arrogance, but with horrible scandal now attached to them. And I don't want to go up there and support that shit. And it's not even the cheating scandal. The cheating scandal, I could almost forgive the cheating scandal with the sign stealing as part of football lore. But it's just
this affected people's lives, and I don't think,
no,
in my opinion,
I don't want to support that.
I don't think enough people are talking about it.
And look, OU's got their skeletons in their closet too over the years. Don't get me wrong, but at least they weren't like back to back to back to back to back.
I mean, I'm surprised the AD hasn't been fired. Like, this is shocking
because they're doing their own internal investigation.
Sure, guys.
So whatever. Because Michigan's a scumbag program, and like, yeah, OU's gonna go play up there, and I'll watch the game. I can sit here and watch the game, but like, I thought like I'm sure you and I have talked about, man, going to Ann Arbor, that'd be great. Go to the big house. I don't want to go anymore. Like, I never want to go to Penn State. I never want to go to Michigan now. It's like
I would want to go to Michigan, but I have a friend up there who wants me to go to a game with him. And I'm like, that would kind of be the one exception to my rule. Cause I agree with you. Like, there is some at some point where it's like, man.
But Michigan never has to answer for the crimes though, ever.
Yeah.
They never have to answer for them.
Never, because it's Michigan.
But like, anyway, I figured I just like, there were thoughts like last year that I might go to Ann Arbor, but like not anymore. Like,
I don't blame.
Decision.
I think it's very much, if you're already, there is some exceptions, such as the road warrior, the guy who goes to every game. Like, you're an exception.
I'm not gonna. By the way, I'm not gonna hate on anyone who goes. I'm not gonna finger wag them. But this is a me thing. It's like,
I don't blame you for that either. It's like,
I'm not gonna be that asshole. Like, how dare you go there? It's like, do what you want to do. Like, if you're cool with it, then I'm not gonna be that guy. But
I mean, I think we can summarize Michigan right now as it's a complete administrative failure. And when you see we're going to win at all costs.
Well, dude, they have the media's in their back pocket up there. Like, unless it's like Mike Valenti, you're not getting like facts. You're not getting anyone telling the truth about Michigan up there.
Like, you know, something I saw on Reddit, and I think it encapsulates what my thoughts are on the Michigan thing. There was a comment that was like, so what you're telling me is all this stuff happens and we win a national championship? Okay, don't care. This little pushback we're getting from
there's plenty of people,
and like everyone, including myself, said, do you not understand what you're saying is that you're putting a game, whether we all enjoy it or not, it is still a game.
No, Josh,
these are people's lives.
No, these are college football fans. So like,
they're fanatics. Yeah, they are fanatics, and it's disgusting.
There are plenty of they don't care. They got their T-shirt, they got their moment a couple of years ago, and you know it is what it is. Like
it's like you ask any of them, they'll say, "Well, don't you think you're worried about an asterisk next to your national championship?" Don't care. Won the national championship.
Well, no, they never. They got to avoid that too. Like because the NCAA went, well, this is unprecedented. So how can we punish them? I don't know. Try.
Yeah.
We're going to fine you money. Oh, my God. And they fought that, too.
And it's not even money. It's not even, like, actually respectable amount. It's like, oh, I can write a check for
this. It was like, it's a lot of money that they fined them, but it's like at the same time, there are people, like, you know, there's one thing I'll give credit to those Michigan people. They stick together, man. No matter thick or thin, there are people who stand in front of a train for that program, for that school. They stick together.
Michigan, Texas A&M.
They stick together, man. So
it's a cult,
but no, it's just a scumbag program overall, and
which is funny because of what you said months back about that, and people poking at the video, and then now people circling back. I've seen it in your live streams of, no, you were right, it's a scumbag program.
Because I've been paying attention to them for years. Like the Jim Harbaugh at Michigan is one of the more, like, when I say I'm a college football junkie, I pay attention to other places that don't necessarily impact OU. Like, I think it's fascinating. Like, to me, Michigan State was like a fascinating rivalry that it's one of the most heated rivalries that people don't talk about enough. And
Yeah,
because you had the tunnel incident a couple of years ago. Remember the tunnel incident where the guys were and Michigan got on their high horse. We demand that there be punishment and all this stuff. Because Michigan had the Dr. Anderson scandal, the cheating scandal. They had their offensive coordinator like stealing private, photos off of phones, including a bunch of female athletes and students. A bunch of unmarked vans came up to his house and took his computer, if you know what I mean. You have the basketball player who borrowed the AD's his wife's car, crashed it. He crashed into a pole in the winter, left the scene, and then circled around and came back and pretended to be some guy who's like, "What happened here?"
Yeah.
Nothing happened to him.
That
was kind of funny. That was kind of funny and isolated. But Mozzie Smith, who's in the NFL for the Cowboys right now, he had a felony gun charge and then made the Indiana game. Didn't sit out, didn't miss a snap. So it's just that whole program is just, and the Sharon Moore thing about to get worse. People are here.
They came out and said it was 2 years this was going on.
2 years, get worse. Domestic violence stuff, and I think there's more coming, from what I understand. More.
It makes me wonder: was this stuff going on before Michigan at this?
He paid for an he paid for an abortion for her, by the way. So however,
on state money. That's why he got fired. Was abuse of state money.
Yeah. Well, no, he got fired because he lost to Ohio State. Because
you're right. You're right. I'm
dead serious because they've that school knew everyone on campus knew what was going on.
Yeah.
But you know what? When they were a 2-loss team and the Ohio State game was coming up, let's see what happens in that game first.
Yeah.
So let's not pretend that if he had beaten, because what do we talk about weeks leading up to the playoff? I said if Michigan beats Ohio State, they're going to the playoff, and you were like, it was like, no. This kind of circles back to that. If he had won that game, he'd still be the head coach of Michigan right now. We would not be talking about this.
Correct.
It would be quietly buried.
Yep.
So,
because it's what what's wild to me is
because if he had lost that Purdue game, they almost lost, he would have been fired then. Yeah.
I think it's wild about speaking of all the news headlines and stuff that aren't OU stuff for it. Who's talking about OU? But Lane Kiffin, then you had Sharon Moore.
Lane Kiffin feels like it was 6 months ago.
Yeah. It's no, this was only a couple weeks back, guys. He LSU won the Bachelor and got the and then Moore took the limelight. It's wild. And speaking of coaches,
Oh, go ahead. There's one thing we haven't talked about yet.
Yes, and I need to know your opinion, Sean. So
I already gave it.
What the hell is going on at Texas? Break it down for me, Sean.
Dude, Sark ain't messing around, man. So let me see if I got this right.
Drop a beat.
Your defense has carried you most of the year, but you're firing. You see, actually, firing your DB coach, I get, because your DBs kind of sucked this year. You had an All-American in the secondary, but still, Pete Kwiatkowski is the guy you fire when your offense was sucking ass in the biggest games.
Yeah.
And you can't fire the offensive coordinator because it's the head coach. There are Texas, you know who I'm talking about, and it's not Catch. It's not Catch and Anwar are that's their reaction.
They're pissed. I know who
Catch and Anwar are but it's the Ian Boyds of the world. This is a brilliant move. Fuck you, Ian Boyd, you bitch. You burnt orange, teat sucking bitch. You fucking turd trying to cut. Will Muschamp, who hasn't been in a legitimate coaching position in in almost 5 years, and you're gonna sit here and tell me he's got his groove back. Fuck off with that shit.
It's the Disney movie. What Will Muschamp got his groove back.
Yeah, Will Muschamp is like, yeah, like you fucking dare try to get up here and try to tell us this is an upgrade from Kwiatkowski. Fuck you.
When I called my dad, I had
if I offend people with language, I'm sorry, but it needs to be said. That is bullshit. Because everyone's like, you fired your running backs coach, your DB coach, and now him. You got a bunch of dudes entering the portal, and you try to make it a big deal that Arch is coming back. Like, okay, yeah, he's supposed to come back. Like, why are you announcing it like it's like if he went to the league, it would have been the stupidest thing ever. Now, him hitting the portal would have been funny as hell, and I would have like knee slapped myself to death on that. But oh my god, if Arch had entered the portal, I would be dead right now. You would have to resuscitate me. You would have to call 911.
That would be great. Is Sean going to be live streaming the OU Alabama game? No, he laughed himself into a coma.
Yeah. But
I had a moment today where I realized I'm definitely my dad's son, because when I called dad and told him that, he was like, there was a pause, like that Muschamp brought back, and he's like, they brought that loser back? And I was like,
dude, this has such Mike Stoops' back energy.
It does. Oh, the energy is so similar. I've seen some acquaintances of mine. They're like, we're so back. We're so proud he's back. I'm like, this isn't the flex you think it is, guys.
Mike Stoops' back energy with this one. And because Ketch and Anwar are like Sark wasn't on a hot seat. Like, what is he like? Why is he doing this? What? Like,
you want? Okay, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but if I was, you want my conspiracy theory? And I don't think it's that far fetched, and I really don't. I think Kalen's about to go to Michigan, regardless of what happens tomorrow or how far they make it. Sark's jumping to Bama, and they're prepping so they don't have to do a coaching search, and they rather have a safe name than actually do it.
Wait. Let me back up. You're trying to tell me that Muschamp head coach at Texas.
Yes, I am. Look, I know it sounds stupid, and it might be.
No, it can't. No, please.
Think about it.
That would be too good. No, it's no.
Like I said,
Christmas can't come that early, Josh. No. Christmas cannot come that. No, that is not. As much as I would love that, it is not. That's not.
Look, like I said, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, and I don't. But
stuff
is lining up too much.
That is the funniest fucking outcome. If Will Muschamp,
but what happens if it does?
Actually, finally ended up being the head coach after all these years, after being the coach in waiting. Like, good Lord, like. You know how many Texas fans would like commit suicide on Christmas?
Apparently not enough based on
the
one celebrating.
Like, they would commit fan suicide. They'd be like, oh no.
They shot their eye out.
No, that's not what's happening. But
I don't think it is either.
I don't
but there's a part of me that's like,
first of all,
Kalen is there.
First of all,
I really don't.
First of all, okay, circling back to the Michigan thing real quick. No respectable coach is taking that job right now. Not right now. They have an interim president. Your AD is under investigation. You don't know.
Like, I get it.
You can't you're not going to take a job with you don't know who you're working for.
I get it, but
no, you can't take a job if you don't know who you're working for.
No, I don't disagree with you, but I don't think Kalen likes it at Alabama. I really don't.
Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't, but he's not going to go to fucking Michigan now. Michigan's got to get their own house in order first.
Well, what happens if let's say this is a year from now then, and it comes to pass?
Well, a year from now is different. They're going to have something like settled.
No. I'm talking the entire sequence. He jumps to Michigan, Sark goes to Bama, Muschamp becomes head coach. It takes a year.
Stop it! I can only laugh so hard. No, like listen. I know we've said a lot of things like recently that said out loud that doesn't make any sense and it happened, but I'm going to say that doesn't make any sense. None of this makes any sense. So Kalen DeBoer, I truly think likes being at Alabama, and like we need. I'm going to say this. So if any Bama fan finds this, like I say, Kalen DeBoer losing tomorrow is not a fireable offense. It's just
we
not.
we need to say that out loud.
Like I saw like Mike Wilbon say if he loses, he's gonna get fired. Like, no, he's not.
No.
You kidding me? Dude, you're in the playoff. You lost a playoff game. Shit happens. And he's gonna get at least another year. Now he'll be on the hot seat, but he ain't getting fired.
I agree. I don't think he gets fired. I do think his seat is artificially hot. Does that make sense?
If he had missed the playoff, his seat would be hot now. But no, this whole idea of him like being fired if he loses to OU in Norman.
Like I said, I think it would be artificial solely because like you've lost now 3 times to OU. Like I could see that, but not fireable though. No.
I mean, listen, if they lose again tomorrow, they got to change their color scheme because we're the real crimson in the SEC now. So, but yeah, it's Sark going to Bama would be. I could see Sark going to Bama potentially if he wanted that job.
Because he's one of Saban's disciples, middle children, whatever you want to say.
Whatever.
Like,
so
he's from the coaching tree. Run it back, thunder up.
If Sark making this move. Does reek of desperation. It really does, because now you're gonna have to. Now you're like the Texas people in Orange Wells were arguing over this. Well, if I was a player, I'd be excited about Will Champ. Dude, Muschamp hasn't been a dude for a while. These kids who are playing now do they even remember Muschamp? I know it's been a minute since he's been a legitimate head coach or a D coordinator. He was at Georgia just to be there as an analyst, kind of, sort of, and he wasn't even doing that. He was spending time with family. So he's been kind of invisible for a while. Yeah. So I just you better hope this. If you're a Texas fan, like spread this hopium around. You better pray it works out because this is what I said in my video earlier. I said, you know what I think part of this is? Whether this was Sark's decision or not.
Yeah.
I think the entire 40 acres, they missed the playoff. They're pissed. And they got to watch OU, A&M, and Tech in the playoff.
Squidward very unhappy in his house.
They're hiding in the vents and they're not happy.
Yeah. So here's my question then. Again, that's why my entire thought process went that way. Then why fire him? What? Not he's just taking another job. He was fired. To me, that's one of the things that
there ain't no job. He's fired. Like to fire him as like as a scapegoat for why your season didn't go well. It's like, bro, your offense sucked ass a lot this year. You need to look yourself in the mirror.
Yeah.
Because that defense carried your ass for most of the year. And guess what? At some point, they got tired. But circling back to the whole other teams in the playoff, making an OU connection. Because I said this in the video, too, I made today with my I forgot to turn on my regular mic as opposed to my webcam mic. And that's the second time it's happened to me lately. But I said, look, like, I think they looked at what Brent did and how his defense carried OU across the finish line to a playoff berth at 10-2. And someone with a 10-gallon hat who gives a lot of money was a little pissed that they couldn't do that too.
That could make sense, yeah.
Like,
I don't think you're wrong.
You allegedly have a better roster, and Brent Venables went 10-2 with a harder schedule with nothing but defense and special teams. What's your excuse?
Do you think they also used him as a scapegoat because they couldn't politic their way into the playoff? Even though you and I both know that
these are the reason they're not in the playoff. the reason they're not in the playoff, like, dude, that defense, like, all they did was tout. All Texas people did for weeks was tout how they were the best team to almost beat Ohio State till Indiana actually did it. They touted all year, held Ohio State to the lowest points they scored.
They got real quiet.
And you fired the guy who made that happen.
Yeah.
So it's like Sark has to explain this. He has to get up in front of a podium and explain to his like bootlickers who will just like who will do whatever his bidding is. We went in this direction. Like if they if you're trying to sell me that we need Will Muschamp's defense because we need to be more physical or whatever, brother. Anthony Hill is like an all-American level linebacker who probably should have won the Butkus at least once.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about? Physicality here? Like, I'm not saying Texas defense is awesome, great. Like, last year, they were really good on defense. Really good. Like, statistically, top 5.
But, yeah, because
this year, they were like in the 30s.
Even then, he's been a thorn in our side for 4 years now.
Right. That's a whole separate issue. That's just isolated with us. But we're talking about the whole enchilada here. It's like, I don't know what they're thinking here. Like this, it just reeks of desperation. Like you're trying to find.
That's why I keep saying that. I know it's a conspiracy.
Defense wasn't your problem, dude. Your offense couldn't move the ball against the better teams on your schedule.
Yeah. Well,
like even Oklahoma, dude. Oklahoma, the reason you got the points you did was a turnovers and a punt return.
Yeah.
Like your offense didn't do a lot.
And they struggled against Mississippi State and Kentucky as well.
So, I mean, which the defense, once again, bailed your asses out.
That's why I said one of these things is not like the other. I don't know what their thought process is of letting him go. Like, I don't. And I don't see... Maybe things are more chaotic in Texas that they've been hiding. And it's what you said. We can be happy that OU has stability.
It's literally the meme, Bane from The Dark Knight Rises. It's like, one of us has to be in the wreckage, brother. They expect one of us to be in the wreckage. Why does Pete have to go?
I think this is going to hurt him long term, man, too. Like, I think that is such...
You don't want to make an off-season coaching change where some of your biggest bootlickers go, huh? You don't want that reaction from your bootlicking media. Unless you're Ian Boyd, who just slurps up whatever anyone at Texas does.
That's true. You know what?
I'm Ian Boyd. I think the South should have won the Civil War, and I'm a Nazi.
Yeah, Ian's. Oh, he's not he's a bad person.
Ian Boyd is a straight up Nazi.
Yes, he is.
This is not a woke thing. I'm just spitting facts here. This is like, no, the dude is a literal. Yeah, I love the Confederacy. I love the Nazi shit. So
yeah, Ian has a bad track.
Nothing to do with politics. He's just literally a creepy dude. He's got the face of a Harry Potter villain who turns into a rat.
Yeah, he's a little weasel.
Anyway,
yeah.
So there's a rant about that douchebag. But seriously,
again, as you put that out there with why, you know what it also reeks of? It makes me think of 2010-ish, like administration Texas again.
Oh, please, can we go back to that era? I would love that.
They interfered too much, and we saw the results of that. And I don't blame like Charlie Strong at that point for it, but there was so much.
Oh, please, Charlie Strong was a dead man walking when one of the biggest boosters made that racist comment about him. I was like, oh god.
I feel like it was like
Red McCombs or whoever the hell. I think he's dead now, but Charlie Strong was like dead on arrival, and it's not his fault. He was doomed from the beginning.
But it mirrors way too much, man. The 2010 Texas administration, it really does. If we're going for
you act like it never went away, really. Maybe the school
picking back up. I'm not saying it went away. I'm saying it.
The boosters never really changed. Like obviously we've gone from like DeLoss isn't there anymore. Like he was the old AD, but still, it's like it's just all sorts of weird shit with them, and they're going to get the preseason hype. They're going to they're going to cherry pick all the good moments from last year, and they're going to pick apart like the things they like with Arch, because they want to. Arch is going to get the preseason hype again. And look, if anyone was going to get fired off that staff, that would have been a little bit of a shocker, but reasonable.
Yeah.
Like if you would have told me, hey, they fired Kyle Flood. Whoa, the O-line coach, right? You know, all the accolades he has. I can at least get behind that idea, because your O-line kind of sucked ass this year, because you decided you didn't need to go in the portal.
Yeah.
Well, you did.
They had the same arguments we did with Bill. Like, at some point, you got to prove it. And
and Bill put together a decent O-line, all said and done, at the end of the year. So when people get mad at Bill, I'm like, he can still put something together.
I do agree that
when they finally let Eddie Pierre-Louis play, it's like the O-line.
Well, that was Bill having to get over himself, though, at that point.
Yeah, Bill had to get over. Now, his technique does need to get better, but when you're like, I'm going to murder, death kill someone every snap, that's better than what was there with Heath Ozeta, okay?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, well, and for the chat that didn't know, there was always rumors that went around with Bill that he didn't let Eddie Pierre-Louis play because he didn't like his technique, even though he outright admitted
he still doesn't have any technique.
Yo, he doesn't. But
he has the power and strength to murder, death kill someone in front of him every time.
Yeah. But I mean, he also has a little bit of criticism as well of like, still we're gonna have to portal some O-line guys, and I know that stuff.
But you know how hard it is nowadays to keep a O-line together. Everyone's got that problem. It's not just an OU thing.
Oh, I know, and I'm not saying it's not.
That's why it's important to have a guy like Bill who can okay, well, if we got to jerry-rig something together, we can make it happen.
Sure.
So, I mean, hey, like Michael Fasusi is a home run so far, and he's going to get better.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I mean,
and Foje, and so I think the O-line is going to be really solid next year. If they need to get one or two more pieces, depending. Yeah. They need. I think they need a guard at a center, in my opinion, just for depth. Yeah. But
I mean, that's me. It's like I really like.
I want to see it,
center, but he got last. He got last 4 games.
Well, I think Favecci's done after this year, but I think
no, I'm talking for right now. Like he got last. There's no one behind him.
Dude, Favecci's the most durable lineman we've had forever.
And I get that, but
he hasn't missed a game in 3 years or 3 years.
But I always knock on wood.
So,
I always knock on wood on that.
I need to know. I want to see if that Owen Hollenbach kid is going to be ready to be like that, because he was supposed to be the next coming at center for OU potentially. So we'll see. Yeah. We'll see how the offseason goes for that, but we're still a little ways away from that. But tomorrow, man, just if they could just play solid, oh God, just play. It's so cliche. Play mistake-free football. Yeah. Just play mistake-free football.
I mean, that's one of my keys for tomorrow, Sean. I mean, the real fast to answer Kyle's question, when do I expect R. Mason to get his 4th sack? 3rd quarter. I think R. Mason's coming out ready to play, but I'm going to be curious if he's on a snap count. Like, we need you now.
I mean,
but we don't want to re-injure you.
He didn't look like he was on a snap count in practice. So,
well, let's hope that he's not. I mean, tomorrow, man, they're
gonna rotate him in. They're gonna rotate him with Wine and all those guys anyway. It's not like he's gonna be out there. He's not gonna be out there for 70 snaps. I don't expect that.
No, and I don't expect him to. But
that's the beauty about this.
Like you said, we can't save him at this point for Indiana. Now.
No, the smart thing OU did. It's last year when they retained all these guys, because that's where they spent the bulk of their money. In the NIL department, it's no, we want to keep you guys here because we think we can make a run. And guess what? They are. So you have a ridiculous amount of depth on your defense that can compete with Ohio State and the Georgias right now. So, and Peyton Bowen is finally living up to, after battling injury, he's you got both Bowen brothers killing it right now. And
I'm very happy. He did step up, but we're now seeing injury-free Peyton. He's a monster.
Well, yeah, dude, he was a monster as a true freshman on special teams. People forget that he was a monster.
Yeah, he was like what you and I joked about. Like he was this close of getting a pick six. He's going to get it eventually, and then he got injured.
Well, yeah, but he was blocking punts, and he was awesome on special teams as a true freshman. Yeah. So he just had the injury bug. Now he's playing great football along with his little brother, who's
gonna go down.
His little brother's going to be going down as more beloved than he is, but
consistency, yeah. Like even PJ's getting reps, man. Like,
well, no, what PJ's really good at. People say PJ's a bust. Like, no, PJ's great in the run defense, dude. PJ like shuts guys down in the run defense.
Yeah,
PJ is one of the reasons why our run defense is really good. Like, if he doesn't get a bunch of sacks or anything, but when it comes to the run game as a run stopper, dude is a grader. So as a run grader, like, dude, I love me some PJ in run defense. So
I think, I mean, to me, if I have to isolate some like items for tomorrow, I agree with you, Sean, that they have to play disciplined. Don't give any back-breaking penalties like we've been known throughout the season. Like, I can get over a pass interference.
Don't we have like Big Ten refs or something?
We do. Yeah, okay. We do.
So who knows what that's gonna be like? But
I think tomorrow too, like, because
not that. Do you know any fan base who says, you know who we love? Our referees. Nobody says that ever.
Nobody does. Nobody does.
So you're going to complain about the refs tomorrow, regardless. Not you specific. I mean, you as like our fan base and Alabama. Like, we're going to complain about it. Like, who are they going to be against? We're both SEC teams. It's not like one favoring the other. So,
oh, that's a good question that came in, Sean. Who's going to have more turnovers, Alabama or Mateer?
Alabama.
Simpson or Mateer? I agree. I think, and that's why the way the media has kept on making this narrative.
I think if OU really wants to, if it depends on the health of the running back room.
Yeah.
If OU feels they have control of the football game, they can go conservative and just control the clock and just like, they don't have to. I don't think OU does not need to take the unnecessary risks tomorrow. Bama does.
I agree. I think Brent has had 3 weeks to plan for this, and Brent is a monster when you give him time to plan.
As bad as our running game is, it's better than Bama's.
Yeah, it is. Like I said, I think the defense, he has packages ready for tomorrow that he's never seen. And it's going to be like kind of similar to when we played him at Bama. He's going to be thrown into traffic again because he's never seen it. And I think Brent's ready for that.
Yeah, because Kip Lewis is going to be in his face, or Kobe McKenzie, or Owen Heineke or whatever. So
I don't expect him to.
And Heineke's. I'm glad Heineke's healthy because he was a little dinged up going into
Yeah. Like, I don't think he's going to blitz nearly as often, but I think it's going to be hell tomorrow for Simpson.
I think him blitzing, like, he blitzed like 60% of the time against Bama in Tuscaloosa. I think if our Mason is like 100%, that number can go down a little bit, but he's still going to throw some guys at him to drive him nuts.
Yeah, I think the big danger with tomorrow with Bama,
Brent's not just going to play a base defense and just have 4 guys rushing or whatever, or 3 guys rushing. He's still going to bring some heat from other places.
Yeah, so. And I think if we compare to the previous Bama game, because I know different games, different game plans, I think Brent's going to get a feel for where Simpson is right now health-wise. And if he's just staying in the pocket, they're going to start blitzing a lot. I think that's coming. I do think that is.
Dude, if that guy can't move, he's done for.
He's dead. Yeah.
He's dead.
I think we will get a feel for that the first
capital D-E-D, dead.
Yeah. I think that's me. I think we will know at that point. I also think, too, that OU is walking in healthier versus Bama. Bama got banged up against Georgia a lot, and I don't think they've necessarily bounced back, and we're just catching them at the right time as well. I think that's kind of the keys. Do you think OU scores over 30 points? That's my big question. That's the genuine, will they do that?
We're not scoring over that.
Hey, we scored.
Man. No, the only way we do that is like we get a bunch of like defensive scores.
Yeah.
Like if we get a bunch of like, scoop and scores or pick sixes or with short fields or whatever. So
yeah. Well, and I think
and also Jam Miller is a jag. That's what he is. He ain't he ain't gonna help. Like he'll be a body out there. Like he's like he said, he's Javonte Barnes, but Bama virgin. That's what he is.
Yeah. Well, and like I said too, like, and what the media keeps saying is like it was a fluke against Bama. Guys, that was schemes. Like, that was not just, oh, the ball just happened to force. No, those were
Yeah,
forced.
I
Like,
would love for the OU offense to get going tomorrow night, and if OU can score like a mother tomorrow, then the game's over at halftime. I
yeah,
mean, I'm not expecting that because I have to see it first. So
same.
I'll tell you
Same.
what though,
Like, I think there's a lot, but
if they can't do that, that Rose Bowl gets looked at a lot differently from people.
I agree.
So
I also think too that for tomorrow as well, like, I don't think Bama's did they play at Tennessee this year, or did they play did Tennessee come to Bama?
they
I
played
forgot.
they played in Tuscaloosa.
I think this might be Bama's most hostile crowd this year, and I think
Well,
that will play a factor.
they were at Auburn, so I would disagree with that.
Well, oh, you're right. So I think the crowd will have an impact. I don't know to what extent then, because I was going to say that I forgot that they did play at Auburn. I don't know. They're going to have reasons they know it's
Auburn
going to be
should have won that game. You want to talk about teams that woulda, shoulda, coulda?
Yeah,
Auburn was definitely one of those. They should have won.
I agree, and they threw up on themselves like they did all year, but it is what it is. So, guys, let's wrap up here. Sean, I want to thank you for joining. Guys, again, be sure to comment, rate, subscribe, like, hit the notification bell so you know when we go live and or upload a video. Be sure as well, it is December 18th, guys. We have 13 extra days to donate to Extra Life. For those of y'all that do not know what it is, Extra Life is a organization that raises funds for the children's hospitals, specifically for your area. For us, it's Oklahoma. So I've been reaching out to the OU community, trying to raise money. And I am proud to say, and I'm really happy about this, guys, since we started, we are at $150 of a $1,000 goal just to see where we can get to. So, guys, if y'all are feeling generous, because the holidays are tough for families, especially this year, any dollar amount goes to them. Like, it benefits them seeing the families extend the hospital stays. It does something. It really does genuinely make a difference. If you want to donate, guys, any amount will be accepted. I'm just the spokesperson for it. The link is in the description. All funds go directly to the Children's Hospital, and they see it immediately. I speak with my, I guess, coordinator, you would call him, and he says, yeah, I see it the moment y'all donate. So please, 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 guys, if y'all have anything, $1, $2, $20, if you're feeling really generous, $100, it all goes to the kids, and it's very much appreciated. We're $50 off from our second milestone, and I really want to push to see if we can get there at this point. Other than that, guys, we will have post-game Sunday. We will not have it Saturday, Sunday, despite the game being Friday. And whether we win or lose, we will have a post-game going over the game and whether we discuss what happened.
May or may not be here, so
well, we'll still analyze it and everything, guys, for it. But let's go, guys. Like, I'm excited for this game. I will be there. I will give it my all, just like I know the team will. Let's beat Bama again. Boomer Sooner. Only one. We'll see everybody Sunday night.